Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to Saving the Investor on this Sunday morning. We're glad that you're with us. My name is Craig Wolf, and I am alongside, as always, certified financial planner professional, Alfie Townsend here at the Advantage Retirement Group. Alfie, good morning.
Good morning.
We got to start talking about the one great, big, beautiful bill, which is now law. It's law of the land.
Yeah.
It's affecting people of all stripes across the country, tens of millions of people. But we're going to talk about how it affects people that have saved, say between $500,000 and maybe $5 million. Retirees, they've worked hard to save this money, and now we've got these changes. Changes in retirement and changes in taxes. So let's kick it off by starting to talk about that.
Yeah, the taxes, one good thing about the bill is that they kept the taxes the way they were, prior to 2017. That's when it changed. It was going to go back to what it was before then, and that would have been a big increase of everybody's taxes. So that's a good thing. Now, a lot of people say, it's for the rich, but this bill, I believe, is more for the middle class. It does help rich also, but it does help middle class. When you're talking about no taxes on tips, there is a limit on that, and no taxes on overtime. That's going to really help the economy, and it's going to help their wallet too, because they're not having to pay taxes on this money is huge. I think that's going to be a big deal for a lot of people. And then there's also standard deductions went up, and for people, and most people file their taxes with standard deduction. They don't itemize as because the standard deduction really went up a lot with the bill. So that's a good thing too. And last, I think, is the good thing is really if you own a business and you increase in machinery and just inventory and things like that, you're going to get to deduct the whole thing right up front, 100%, versus having it spread out over 5 years. So that's going to be a big deal for a lot of businesses. So I think overall, there's good and bad about any bill. But I think on this one, I think there's going to be really more good than bad because it does promote really spending money, and that's what it's all about. Yeah,
you should be calling it the one big beautiful law because it is the law of the land now. I mentioned off the top, and you've talked also about how it affects a wide range of Americans, no matter what your lot is in life and how much money you make. But let's talk specifically about what it means for people, for example, again, making between, say, $500,000 and $5 million a year.
Yeah.
What should they know? And we're talking to you, the people that you deal with.
Absolutely. And, that's going to be a big thing because they have what we call capital gain taxes. And they were going to, if it would have went back to what it was before, capital gain would have been on about a 25% more of an increase on capital gain. So when you're talking about capital gain, you're talking about selling stocks, you're talking about selling property, real estate. So these are all things that they're really uber rich, or if you just have a good piece of property, you're in real estate, so about it. But property, if you're selling a property and your capital gain rates are lower, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. So again, that's going to promote people to not hold on to their assets to be able to sell and maybe diversify, because that's one thing. You could have a lot of Apple stock, you could have a lot of Microsoft or Nvidia, and you want to diversify it. So how do you diversify it? You have to sell some of it. So if capital gain rates went up an extra 20-25%, that would have really hurt those people. But now you can do some planning where we can sell some of that, do some tax loss harvesting, and get that money. Instead of owning one stock, we can own 10 to 20 stocks and have diversification. So that's a big deal also.
Good information, Alfie. Thank you. And as we mentioned off the top, when this was a bill and was legislation that was proposed, it was some 900 pages long. There's a lot in it. There's a lot of tax changes, a lot of retirement rule changes. Don't try to navigate this on your own. Not a great idea. Give Alfie a call here at the Advantage Retirement Group. He will help you secure your money now and in the future, because there's a lot to what is now the one big beautiful law. So stick around. There's much more to come this morning on Saving the Investor.